In 1937, the fairy tale Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs made history, being the very first full-length animated feature film. Now, 75 years later, in the year 2012, we not only have one, but two retellings of this magnificent fairy tale. But today we're going to talk about Snow White and the Huntsman, and we're going to see if this film can stack up to the majesty that the original one had. Snow White and the Huntsman takes that classic fairy tale that we all know of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, twists it, throws in some new characters, makes it darker, makes it grittier. And they did a fantastic job. For the most part, I was truly entertained by this film and found myself enjoying it. Now, that's not to say there are some problems I had with it, and we'll get into those a little bit later, but for the most part, it's a great film. Alright, so Charlize Theron's main thing, she plays the evil queen, is that she wants to stay young. You know, she wants to stay the fairest in the land forever. And how she does that in this film is she takes all the young ladies across the kingdom and kind of absorbs their life essence, absorbs their spirit, and this makes her younger. Now, in this process, of course, she gets younger, and then the young lady gets older. And the makeup they did for this was fantastic. The people that would get older, they would start getting wrinkles and darker skin and all that, and, you know, gray hair, and they looked exactly like the actress. You could actually feel like they were aging or they were de-aging, and it was fantastic makeup overall. Evil Queen has this brother in the film, and this dude was crazy. He goes into battle with a cane. He is fighting swords and axes with a cane. Like, this dude is just crazy. Like, his entire, you know, goal is to find Snow White, and his laugh or his facial expressions, this dude was crazy. If I saw him in like a dark, if I saw him in, you know, this world, I'd hand over Snow White. Like, this dude scared the crap out of me. Nick Frost is in this film. I had no idea he was in there. Now, I'm not going to say what he was or who he was, but I was excited when I saw him on screen because I'm a huge Simon Pegg, Nick Frost fan, and to see him in there, it just made this movie even greater. Now, of course, it wouldn't be a Kristen Stewart film without a love triangle. And there is a love triangle in this film between herself, an old childhood friend when they were younger, and Chris Hemsworth. Why do we need to appeal to teenagers in every film? Especially with Kristen Stewart. Her acting, she shows no emotion. I mean, it's either over-the-top fear or anger or nothing. Like, she always just has that blank stare in her eyes. Or she doesn't do anything. She just annoys me. And I hate to say that, but she annoys me. Kristen Stewart just screams. She does that a lot. It's just her screaming. There's an entire scene with like a mountain troll, well, no, not a mountain troll, a bridge troll, and it was just so dumb. Like, it was such an epic thing between Chris Hemsworth and this troll, and then when she comes in, she just screams and the troll walks off. What? The troll is kicking Chris Hemsworth's ass, and this little girl shows up, screams, and he just walks away. What? Now, this seems to be a recurring thing with films lately. The endings just don't seem to fit with the entire movie. The movie is great the entire way through, and then I feel the ending of this film just did not match up with that. The war between the two armies, yeah, that was fine. But between Snow White and the Witch, it didn't fit with me, I guess. It just seemed so, the build-up to it was so great, and then it just ends like that, kind of. Myself, I did not like the ending to this film. The film, it's enjoyable. I had a good time. The makeup, of course, blew me away. The effects did a fantastic job. There was a lot of action in it that was really great. I mean, even Kristen Stewart, I could get past for the most part. So overall, I'm going to give Snow White and the Huntsman a 9 out of 10. Let me know in the comment section below. Have you seen this film? Did you like it? Also, if you enjoyed this review, please leave me a rating. I really appreciate it. As well as hitting the subscribe button above my head. I appreciate that as well. My name is Mikey, and this has been another episode of Colossal Analysis, and I will see you guys next time. Now, one thing I did not buy in this film was that Christian Stewart was supposed to be more fair than Charlize Theron. I mean, really? Charlize Theron versus Christian Stewart? Now, it's not to say that Christian Stewart isn't attractive, just compared to Charlize Theron, she's not.